Hey there YouTube. Well, today I want to show you all this 2003 Volvo V40 with 67,000 miles. Now this will be the first V40 I've ever toured. I may have done an S40 of this generation before. First generation commenced in '95 alongside the S40, which is the identical car, just in sedan form, until its final production year in 2004, which the second generation S40 was introduced. There were 2004 models of each generation. Under the hood is a 1.9 liter 4-cylinder engine. It's turbocharged, 170 horsepower, and paired to a 5-speed automatic. I've driven both the S40 and the V40 for thousands of miles. We've even owned an S40 for nearly 2 years. Love them both. Cars are little rockets, they're quick, fuel efficient, you get 30 miles a gallon out of each. Yeah, you do need to put at least 89 or premium, but hey. They're somewhat comfortable, they're not roomy, so to say, but the seats are very soft. I'll show you in a moment later. Here's a little cargo area, it's very good. Seats do fold down, 60/40. Push over here, and you'll have a nice flat floor, but you'd have to remove that headrest. We should find the spare tire under here. Jack to the side, little donut, cargo net lights. Must mention that there's also a Mitsubishi model that shares this platform. I think it's the Charisma. It's not available in the US, it's only in the European market. Look inside, familiar Volvo design language here. You can see some traits here from the 850, only it's not so squared out, or I mean the S70. Yeah, look on the door panel, the material's very soft, like the stitching, auto down function for the driver window, door locks, power mirrors, and the window lock. And here is the adjustment for the driver seat, the backrest. Leather's cracking somewhat here. Little conditioning will somewhat refurbish these seats, but they're going to need some work later. They're still plush though. Little pocket in front. If it were in Florida, these seats would have been toasted and hard. And it's a big fat key fob. Push this button, key will flip out. Lock, unlock, unlatch the liftgate, and panic. A very soft door chime. It's not annoying. I started this car earlier, had a slight misfire, but it cleared out after it ran. That's why the check engine light is on. As mentioned earlier, I am in familiar territory. My father had one for about 2 years, put about 30,000 miles on it. I put most of the mileage on it. I did enjoy it. It was quick, zippy, and maneuverable. I mean, you could just pinch between cars like nothing. The seats were very comfortable. Not the roomiest car though, but yeah, just take a look at these seats. They're very plush, backrest as well. It's like a pillow. Lumbar support adjustments. And the pockets in front, I always tossed my cell phone in there. Legroom is adequate, not the best, but again, adequate. Center stack is a little bit fat, can rub against over here. Tall drivers may end up needing to move the seat all the way back, or nearly all the way back. This is a small car, and just look at how far back I am over here, and I can't barely reach the armrest, so my arm was always dangling down. Interior quality also wasn't too bad. Entire dashboard was soft to the touch. The glove box over here, it's like a shovel, pretty large for what it is. The hazards, the automatic climate control, the heated seats, info center, just twist this dial and you'll get your average MPGs, distance to empty, and etc. The radio has CD, cassettes, the 5-speed automatic. It wasn't really the most reliable gearboxes, but the thing is, Volvo owners were under the impression that you didn't have to service the transmission, or that's what Volvo touted, that it was a lifetime fluid, which meaning you didn't have to change the transmission fluid, but that's total bullshit. You have to change the fluid of a transmission at some point, at least every 30 to 50,000 miles. The winter mode makes the car take off in second gear, help reduce wheel slippage. Power outlets, e-brake, little coin holder I guess. The dual cup holders. The armrest is cushiony, but the center console, it's not too sure-footed, and it's all a plastic finish. That's one thing about the plastics throughout this car. While the soft touch surfaces were well made, the choice of plastics, or at least once they age, it becomes a cracker. The steering wheel, nicely thick all the way around, has side bolsterings, it's leather wrapped, I love the stitching. Wipers and the cruise control on the turn signal lever stock right there. Very simple. Steering wheel, unlatch it down there. Tilts, it does not telescope. The panel dim function, rear fogs, and for the headlamps. The headliner, somewhat cushiony, but almost bulletin board-ish, but a little bit better than that. The sunroof works. You know, in Florida, the headliner to this car most certainly would have been sagging. Just about every Volvo down there, most of them, headliners are just sagging. The reading lights, the sun visors are very thick and sturdy. Mirror and vanity light, same deal on the driver's side with the mirror and vanity light. Oh shit, handles, stationary, but they pull down somewhat, you can see. Back seat materials do carry over. Identicals up front. Flip this back. And yeah, because I needed to have the seat adjusted way back, there's not a whole lot of legroom for the rear passengers, so legroom will suck, and I'm not going to bother sitting inside of there. It's going to be mission impossible to get out. Little ashtray, the armrest, the dual cup holders. I mean, the seats themselves, they are very cushiony. You know, if had all the passengers been short, this actually would have been very comfortable, even in the back seat here too. Passengers are tall, they're the only ones that would be comfortable. The rear passengers would be squished. The car rides on these tiny 195 60/15s, but at least the car has rear disc brakes. Lenses are glass. 170 horsepower, 1.9 liter, turbocharged 4-cylinder. Identical to a 5-cylinder engine, just with one less cylinder. I may need to skip the exhaust fumes, sorry about that. There's just no place for me to rest my camera, so maybe I'll just put the camera outside and you can just hear the car from the exterior. You can see a little misfire, engine sputters a tad. Then it clears out somewhat. I don't want to rev it too much for that reason. Windows up. It's a very smooth engine, somewhat buzzy in the high end, but I'd blame that on the insulation, which isn't that great. It is a pleasant engine to listen to. The S40 my father had, I floored that thing often. I've posted a few videos of it back in the days when I filmed with my iPod Nano. So guys, just wanted to show you this V40. Again, I don't think I've toured one before. I've been meaning to do it for a while. Down in Florida, it's just not that common to find old Volvos. Up here in the north, there's just so many of them. But anyways guys, thanks for watching, and I really hope y'all enjoyed this tour.